Hi guys, welcome back to the Bookbinders for part 2 of the VB two-part sequence series.
Yeah. So now we will be analyzing TTXVB, which is the second part on Lana's newest album. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? So Lana kind of re-recorded this song, I believe, and now she is like, this song has its own new verses and new choruses and parts and stuff, and then it goes into the VB part of it, but it starts off with this new taco truck kind of part.
It's like if you crossed over Taylor Swift re-records and Volt tracks.
Yeah, pretty much. So shall we jump straight in, or is there anything? I mean, first impressions of the song, I was just like, she did another part of this. I was so excited because VB is my favorite song of all time, from not just Lana but of all time. So I was so excited.
I thought it was cool that she
it's giving Taylor.
yeah.
And they're friends, so it makes sense.
I mean, I just thought it was a really cool concept, and the music itself is catchy.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything
else? I mean, we kind of did one word, so
yeah.
Guys, go watch the first part. Probably you should watch it before you see the second part because it correlates a lot, and we're going to be referencing everything that we said in the previous part.
Yeah.
Anything else? Not really. Let's jump straight in.
Yeah. So the first line, met my boyfriend down at the taco truck. What did you think?
So basically, I feel like this is kind of in the past, kind of in the future, but I feel like it's nostalgic in a way because the first time she ever met her boyfriend was at the taco truck, but now she's meeting him multiple years later, also at the taco truck. So the taco truck is like their place. Additionally, this taco truck is in Venice, where she's finally come from Paris, Texas, and all of these locations finally come back to Venice. And she's met her boyfriend at the taco truck.
What is a taco truck? I mean, obviously like a food truck, but I've never been to a taco truck.
I feel like I don't think I've been to one either, but I can definitely assume that it's some sort of food truck.
Makes me want tacos.
Yeah, tacos now.
Anyway.
Taco Bell, we'll go there someday, Charlotte.
I've never been to Taco Bell.
And that's why I have to take you. And that's why I have to take you. Actually, the best thing at Taco Bell is not even the tacos. It's like the burritos and the Diablo sauce. Like, a good black bean burrito and a packet of Diablo sauce is the best thing you will ever eat.
That sounds
at 12 a.m. in the night. I ate that last Tuesday. God, that was the best thing ever. I was half asleep and I was just eating in the back of the car.
That sounds so aesthetic.
I have a lot of aesthetic pictures at Taco Bell in the bathroom, or just mirror selfies at the bathroom, and just random pictures that I've taken of my sister going crazy at Taco Bell. Because it's an Indian thing, but we go there a lot.
I have no aesthetic pictures of my sister.
Aesthetic meaning relatively aesthetic. Relatively aesthetic.
She always does the
That's the how do you
the finger gun, but you put it on your chin.
You put it on your chin.
And then you do the bite smirk.
Yeah, bite smirk. Okay, bite smirk. Sure.
Wait, where did we go? Okay, so the first line.
Your turn to talk about it. So
for my analysis, it's like a new boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
You know how pop stars get all the rumors of dating this and that. So it's either right after Tom Buchanan, or several boyfriends after Tom Buchanan, whatever. Tom Buchanan's in the past because he was just kind of mid. Not even mid. He was just whatever.
Yeah.
And so she met this new person down at the taco truck, which is such a casual...
Very casual.
Very casual, but also very summery.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is very VB.
But it's not the same sort of summer vibes. Those summer vibes are more melted ice cream and golden hour. And this one's more earlier in the afternoon. It's almost cleaner too.
Okay, for me, the taco truck is very hardcore summer. Probably because I feel like it goes with my aesthetic, my so-called aesthetic. I don't know. I have no aesthetic. Anyway, I view it as like very summerish. But additionally, I want to note that the boyfriend that she's referring to here is the same boyfriend from VB, and the reason for that is she's finally meeting him. Like, this is the first time, well, if we're talking about it in the context of the two things that I said, if this was the first time that she's meeting him, this is the Lizzie moment. This is the Lizzie moment where she was a young girl. She met him. Later on, she could have also met him there, and because they had been so on and off, weird relationship like that, she's meeting him after a long time that he doesn't need to, like, be there to tell her, like, oh, yes, I'm gonna come back to Venice now. Like, she doesn't even know where he's at. He just shows up randomly at her house one day. So that's kind of what this Jimmy guy is doing. That's his deal.
Interesting.
Jimmy the rock star. Anyway, anything else we'd like to say about this line?
Not this line.
All right, next
This
line.
Pass me my vape. I'm feeling sick. I need to take a puff.
Okay,
What do you have to say about this line?
I think I have something interesting to say about this. Hopefully it's interesting enough. So, first of all, Lana does vape. I'm not a supporter of vaping, and nor is this a podcast encouraging you to
don't.
vape. Please don't
Life
vape.
rule number one, don't smoke.
Yeah, don't smoke, and your life matters, so please don't. Additionally, we would like to note that I think in this context, vaping for Lana and for people who do have a vaping addiction can be used as like a stress relief, and you can see that multiple times on like vape sites and stuff, like don't vape, like it's not a stress reliever, etc., etc. But I guess Lana views it as a stress reliever in this situation, and I feel like current Lana in the current time, not the Lizzie Lana in this situation, she's telling this story of how she met her boyfriend down at Chocolate Truck for the very first time, and she's so sick of the situation that she's like so disgusted that she's like, pass me my vape, I'm feeling sick, I need to take a puff. What about you?
It's interesting. For this one, I took it as like she's talking to the new boyfriend who she met down at the taco truck, and she's like, feeling sick because she's addicted to vaping. And the fact that he is carrying her vape means like they've got this rhythm worked out, and she's sort of happier. Maybe not necessarily happier, but she's adjusted to the rhythm. She knows that he's gonna be there with the vape on him, so if she ever needs it, then she can just take the puff, which is symbolic of like she knows that he's gonna be there if she ever needs him. He'll be there to like give her what she needs if she's feeling sick or down or like whatever she is feeling at the time.
Okay, and that goes into the next line. Imagine if we actually gave an F.
This line connects back so well.
Yeah, so go ahead. Tell me about the connection.
Well, so in VB, the first song, she says, in the first line, fresh out of F's forever. And that was like, at least in my analysis, that was several years ago.
Yeah.
And this is like her now, after years of not giving an F, she like can't even imagine what it was like to do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's something that's such a foreign concept to her, actually caring. Because everything is whatever, right? After years of being a VB and then being with people who didn't give her that hallmark that she was looking for, she doesn't care. And now she can't even imagine actually caring.
I think in the context of my analysis, it was like, imagine if we actually cared about the depiction that we are giving off, this like negative depiction that Lana might be portraying here, like of having this crazy relationship that's so on and off, that's so, I'm in Venice, let's do stuff, right? And I mean, imagine if we actually cared so much about this whole thing, which ties back to the next line, and where she says, wouldn't that be something for us to talk about, where he constantly threatened her, like calling out bang bang kiss kiss, sounding off bang bang kiss kiss, and I feel like that's what they used to talk about, but now there's nothing to talk about because they're so casual about it that they don't even care. They all have side chicks. It doesn't even matter at this point. So Wouldn't that be something for us to talk about if they actually gave up?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I could see that.
Did you want to analyze the next line?
Yeah, okay, so wouldn't that be something to talk about for us?
Mm-hmm.
And this line for me is like, she's now talking to her old flame.
Yeah.
Who, like, before, maybe she's kept in contact with, or maybe she's just, like, imagining what she would say in a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, talking to old flame, she still thinks about the person.
Yeah.
And she's like, remember all those years ago when we stopped caring?
Right.
Imagine if we actually had cared then. Imagine if we cared about each other now.
Mm-hmm.
Or about our relationship together.
Yeah.
That would be weird for us. It would be something novel.
Yeah, it would. And I feel like that goes for both analyses. How would you spell that, by the way?
With an E. Instead of analysis, we put an E where the I is.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Analyses. Anyway. Moving on to the next line. Caribbean blue in sweater weather. I'm falling for you. Go ahead.
So
start us off.
I mean, do you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. So for this line, it's like Caribbean blue. It's like summery vibe. So she like holds on to the summer memories of before with the old flame, and that gets her through the winter and fall months, which is like sweater weather. So like there's carefree Caribbean blue.
Yeah.
That's what she thinks about in the cold winter, or not necessarily cold, but just like darker, because even in California it gets dark faster.
Yeah. I think this line really ties into my previous analysis, and I think you kind of touched on that.
Yeah.
In the previous analysis, she said, as the summer fades away. And previously, I had mentioned that analysis entailed, like, because the summer in California can literally not fade away, like, but metaphorically can if the guy leaves her. So Caribbean blue is, once again, like you said, all the memories, the blue sadness memories of not being there, not being in summer, but in sweater weather. So, I mean, she's Caribbean blue because weather there is like Caribbean, and she feels that sadness, but it's like sweater weather in her mind, and she's saying that I'm falling for you even more in the remembering of you in this period, because even while he's there, she's not as in love with him as she is in love with him when he's gone.
She's in love with the memory of him.
Precisely.
The idea, rather than the actual being, because when he's there, it's not as good as remembering.
Right. And then the next line, although it seems I have gotten better, I can be violent too. And I feel like this is a great turning point for this whole song. I feel like this song kind of turns at this point because Lana has almost flashed back. See, everything she was talking about previously was all the past. But now she's flashing back to the present, where she starts saying, although it seems that I've gotten better from this relationship, I've learned my lesson not to trust you, all these things. She can be violent too. So she's bringing back her power as Lanita. Anyway, what did you think?
Well, sort of similar. So, like, obviously, over time, because this was, like, talking to the old flame, she's like, I've gotten better. I've healed from whatever half on, half off relationship we had that was so damaging to me in the past. I've gotten better, but I still get violence. Like, she used to shout from the stoop, whatever, with the neighborhood kids and, like, shatter things, the whole female rage thing. Yeah. And so she still has that, but now it's, like, it's slightly calmer. Yeah. So she's changed from the girl that you used to know. Right.
Oh, shatter. And, I mean, we do see that later. Yeah, we do get a shatter lyrics later on.
Yeah.
But,
she may have changed from the girl you used to know, but there's still...
We'll get into that.
There's still some things that remain.
We'll see.
Just like the difference between Lana and Lanita, like you were saying. Lana, the root is still there.
Right. So I think
but it's
a lot of this song is about Lanita, actually. Because that goes into... That's why they call me Lanita. And I feel like she says, oh, that's why they call me Lanita. And I feel like it's a realization moment. It's like, oh, that's why they call me Lanita. Like, I am Lanita because I have the power. Lanita is this, like, powerful version of Lana Del Rey, where she has the power to have this control over a man, where the man is not dictating her. Jimmy's not having this power over her. And so she's referring to her fans here. That's why my fans call me Lanita. They give me this power. What about for you?
Well, I looked at the like definition of the actual name Lanita, and it means like favored grace.
Okay.
And so she's changed from the girl that you used to know in that she's the favorite now. She's the main person for her boyfriend now, who's there whenever she wants. That's why they call her
depiction of power once again.
Yeah, power, definitely, because now she's the favorite. She's the one. She's not just a Venice Beach. She's the Lanita.
She is the Lanita. And then the next line is, when I get down, I'm bonita. I don't know what when I get down means, but I assumed it was dancing. Like,
yeah, that's what I got.
That's what I just put dancing. And she's saying that like she's depicting her beauty, her power. And Lanita has all of these great qualities that now she's the beautiful one and he just might be the insane one.
Interesting.
Bonita means pretty. Right?
Yeah, bonita doesn't.
Right? It just means pretty. What did you think?
For this, I took it as like she's calling herself, like, when she dances and makes herself look pretty. Well, like, she dances and then that.
Yeah.
Not like makes herself look pretty in necessarily the connotation that it sounds. I just don't know how to word it better. It's like when she's dancing, she knows that she looks beautiful as she's dancing.
Yeah, she knows her beauty. Like,
and she's admired for it.
Yeah.
Unlike before, where she was the insane one, now she's the beautiful one, and now she's the favorite one.
Yes.
That's why she's changed. That's why she's Lanita now, not Lana. Or Lizzie. Whoever she was before.
And then she says, don't come find me in Rosita. So Rosita is a neighborhood
in
California. And I think she's almost saying this like in an eye-rolly way, which goes into the next line, I'll go crazy. She's saying it like, you know I'm not in Rosita, you know I'm in Venice. And so she's saying this like, are you crazy? Like, I'll go crazy because you're crazy. That's almost what she's saying here. And like, why would you come find me in Rosita when you know that I'm going to be in Venice?
Interesting. I like that. That's a good analysis. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Mine makes less sense. Mine was like, she's now living in Rosita. She moved from Venice because like she couldn't take it anymore. Yeah. All the memories that were there in Venice, which is why
But then again, she's saying like, don't come find me in Rosita, but then she's telling him her exact location.
That's my analysis. Yeah. Like, she's saying don't come find me in Rosita, but she tells him exactly where she is. She's like, don't come find me, but this is where I live. And I'll go crazy. She wants the old flame to come, but she doesn't want to say that she wants him to come. She's just
like sneaky. Very
sneaky. It's like the overcoat, your analysis of the overcoat. It's like, I'm not going to directly tell you where I am, but this is.
And then next she says, I'll go crazy. Do you have anything to say about that? Since I slightly jumped ahead.
Well, it's like sneaky. Oh, I mean, like, when the took of my conversation is very much, it's like sneaky, like, oh, I'll go crazy if you come and find me. Like, definitely don't come find me. Here's my exact address.
And then the next lyrics, which is, read my gold chain. It says Lanita. And I think that's just, once again, a depiction of her power. She is Lanita. She's saying that that's who she is now. Like, she's no longer Lizzie, and rather she is Lanita.
Do you want to continue, or do you
no, you go ahead.
Okay, so for this one, it's like she's telling the old flame, like, read her gold chain. Obviously that's gonna be around her neck. So the old flame did come and see her, since she discreetly basically told them to. So now they're there.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, and she's like, here, read my gold chain. I've changed.
Yeah, I've changed.
She's saying read my gold chain, but what she's saying metaphorically is like, see how much I've changed. See that I'm different. Yeah. Now than what you knew. I'm not your little Venice Beach anymore.
Yeah.
I'm no longer your
Yeah.
little Venice Beach. That's the old me. Now I'm different.
Yeah.
The whole Lanita.
Yeah, I'm not Lizzie anymore. For me,
I'm
that's exactly what
the
it is.
favorite. I'm the favorite, and I'm the beautiful one.
Yeah. And then, I mean, that goes into the next line, which is, when I'm violent, it's Carlito's Way. So, Carlito's Way is a movie.
Which we should watch.
Just like watch it.
Just for.
We should also watch watching Teenage Diary of a Girl. Yeah, we should watch that movie.
We should watch The Godfather.
Yeah, The Godfather. Yes, I've heard so much about it. Anyway, and you know there was something I heard about Taylor Swift.
And The Godfather?
No. Antihero was like supposed to be about Knives Out or something. Like there was like a line in the family gathers round and someone reads it. Yeah, like the part about the will. Yeah, so that's apparently supposed to have something related to do with like Knives Out.
I've never seen that movie, so I don't know.
But it reminds me more of the Inheritance Games.
You are reading it now.
I am reading the Inheritance Games because you gave it to me.
Is it good?
It's very good. I actually kind of like it. I don't know. I'm not very far into it, but we'll see. Carlito's Way. Let's talk about that movie.
Crime drama,
for sure. And it's about this guy named Carlito coming out of prison, I believe. Something like that. And he ends up getting himself into more trouble. Yeah. So when I'm violent, I get myself into a lot of trouble. I feel like that's the message that Lana is trying to convey here.
I said something similar. Like, when I'm violent, it's like an all-out bloodbath. It's like, I cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, she's going to
cause a lot of damage. When I get violent. She's better now, so she doesn't get violent as much.
Yeah.
But if she does, then it's like all out.
And it's all out, precisely.
Completely, like, fatal results. Not necessarily, like, actual people die, but, like, fatal in the terms of relationships with people. Yeah. Including friendships.
Yeah.
Public image, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So blood on my feet on the street.
Blood on my feet on the street. I feel like this is a depiction of the violence that she can do. There's blood on her feet on the street. She leaves a trail. She leaves her message. She leaves this like crazy little manic kind of thing.
Yeah, that's similar to my analysis. It's basically like when she's violent, not only is like it completely ruins so many things, and so many things are doing this like metaphorical bleeding. Yeah. And it's like the blood is on her hands or on her feet, right? In this case, but like it's in public too.
Yeah, it's in
like
public.
She's out,
like she's
out in the street, so she's publicly being this violent Carlito's Way sort of bloodbath.
Because she is publicly Lanita.
Yeah. She's the boss now.
She is the boss, and we actually saw in her Brazil concert recently that she was quite Lanita. We could definitely tell that she had adopted the Lanita persona quite adamantly, because she really did go full Lanita. Besides that, is there anything else we'd like to say about the slide? I don't really have much to say.
I don't. Beyond that, nothing. Really.
Yeah, beyond that, nothing else, pretty much. The next line. Oh my god. I'm dancing crazy. I feel like this is just like, she's crazy, but she'd rather be dancing with you or something. It's like, it's very sweet. I feel like a lot of the ending of this part. I don't know. Okay. What did you think?
For dancing crazy, I just took it like, she did get better, but then this is her like revealing what she's like when she lets go of that and sort of like goes full Carlito's Way. So she like
goes full Carlito's
dances
way.
In the blood.
It's giving the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. Very much Joker. And so you see, there's like still a little bit of the old left, but now she has the power. So it's not like
precisely
a little VB. Now she's like dancing crazy in full power Carlito's Way. With that major impact. Right.
The next line, spin it till you whip it into white cream baby. Honestly, I didn't take this in any other way except the way that
it sounds.
It sounds.
It sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds.
And which, I mean, okay, if we're going to take this sexually, it fits into the rest of this. Yeah. So I'm just going to say it's something sexual. And that's all I'm going to leave it at.
I tried to take it into a different way, not like the actual words, but like the meaning. Use the sexual connotation of it and then like give it a meaning. So it's basically like, don't be afraid, don't hold back.
Yeah.
And then print it into black and white.
Oh, I have a lot to say about this.
So, well, do you want to go first then?
All right. So, I mean, okay, if she's doing something sexual with this guy, it's like reprising, right? Because after so many years, she's now back as this Lanita in this relationship with this guy again as Lanita. So now print it into black and white. It's kind of giving Norman Rockwell again. And we're coming back to this Norman Rockwell time where, and I feel like she could totally re-record Norman Rockwell, and I would be so excited for that. And Yes to Heaven could definitely be like alluding to that, perhaps. I don't know. Yes to Heaven is supposed to be off of Ultraviolence, though.
Ultraviolence re-record.
Ultraviolence re-record. Come on, that would be insane. Anyway, print it into black and white. Pages don't faze me. Meaning they could put this out into the media, they could put this out into the newspapers, and she wouldn't even care because Lanita does not care.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
I mean, at the very heart of what your analysis is, that's what
Yeah.
I got for this line also.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why I took it in the connotation of like WLW for the whole concept, because that's who the Old Flame was.
Okay.
Because of like an Evelyn Celia sort of situation.
Yeah.
So in this, it's like, don't be
after relationship.
in our private life, don't be afraid, don't hold back. And you could even like tell the whole world about us being together, about me being your little VB, and it wouldn't faze me because I'm different now. I'm Lanita. It doesn't scare me.
Right.
To have that sort of thing public.
Mm-hmm.
So this is sort of, to me, her getting back with her old flame.
Yeah. And then additionally, that gets into the next line, which is, what is the next line?
Before you talk, let me stop what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think this is Lana now talking to the media. Lana's now saying, before you say much, listen to what I'm going to say to you. Like, listen that I don't care. And she says, I know that you hate me. She's saying that I know that the media hates me. I know that the media is going to depict me in this certain way, put me in this certain light, but I don't even care. Yeah. And what did you think about this?
For this, I took it like she's trying to get back with the old flame. So she's like, before you say no, before you like point out the fact that it didn't work before, let me just stop what you're saying, because I know that you hate me after how it ended, after what I did, because...
See, same connotation, except different person that we're directing it to.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is exactly what Lana loves to do. She loves to add these great things, like these great lines that could be used in multiple different contexts, and that's what we do by analyzing.
Yes.
The next line, well, the next verse-ish kind of thing is a spoken verse by Margaret Qualley, who, if you hadn't watched her previous episodes, you know that she is Jack Antonoff's fiance and a good friend of Lana's. Charlotte, talk about some of your theories regarding Margaret Qualley.
Well, no, it's not about Margaret Qualley.
Well, in the song,
just,
Let the Light In.
In Let the Light In, I analyze it that like it's a character.
Okay.
I just use the names because.
Well, how does Margaret Qualley pertain to your analysis here?
Well, basically, in my analysis of Margaret, it was like there was the singer who was in love with this Margaret who was married to someone else, or engaged to someone else, but then gonna marry someone else. Yeah,
pretty much. And I mean, it didn't really pertain to mine because I hadn't had that take on it.
Well, yeah, because you already knew.
Yeah, I also knew the like direct take on it that Lana herself had said, and
so I really
whatever
got
Jack
a bit
had said.
So
it's okay. Well, but that's what we do here. So, I mean, anyway, next line. Sorry, not next line. So actually, next line. Oh my god. Yeah, honey, I got up well, let's read the whole verse. Yeah. And I got in the shower. I was just able to go back to sleep for an hour and a half. So that rocked anyway. We'll just leave it at that.
I don't know. And then I had this dream where I don't know.
And then that's it. That's it. So why don't you explain your whole thing first, and then I'll explain.
So
mine's more low key.
My whole theme of this is like, this is what the old flame says to Lanita now. Okay. That they're like talking again. And maybe like casually starting to build back up their relationship. this is just like talking about your day, really.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole I don't know is. It's like you don't know what to say to someone after all these years of being apart.
So
after what you
are
shared.
you saying that the old flame is saying this, or
the old flame is saying this? It's like got up early, did this, did that, and then that's why I don't know, because she doesn't know. Well, in this it's spoken by she, but like they don't know what to say. And then for the last line, I had this dream where, and then it stops. I don't know. And so my theory is that like the dream was where they got to have that whole Norman Rockwell Hallmark life that they wanted before that failed so miserably. And then this is where the like fearing of love comes into play again.
I think for me regarding this line, it's similar, except instead of the old flame saying it, it's really Lana saying this to the perhaps old flame, who isn't really an old flame in my context.
Well, so my initial analysis was that Lana was saying it, but then when I found out that it was like spoken by someone else, that's why I changed it.
I get that. For me, I don't think Margaret Qualley really makes a difference to my analysis. Once again, it doesn't really pertain much. However, the depth, I mean, there's not too much depth for me for this, but I think it's just Lana saying like that, you know, she was restless about their relationship. Like even in her time of being Lanita, she still feels like there's something there. Like she still craves this love. She's still longing for this guy's love. So she's like, honey, I got up so early, and because she was thinking about him, and she like got in the shower to like relieve her tension, relieve her thoughts, and then she was just able to go back to sleep for an hour and a half, which shows that like she had this dream, right? And like that, it only takes 5 minutes to dream apparently. Like I'm pretty sure there's like some dream fact like that. But sleeping for an hour and a half, you could probably have that one dream, and it's always like the last like 5 minutes of your sleep or whatever. And I feel like this dream that she had, once again, was that life, was that beautiful moment with Jimmy, and like that was enough for her.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I mean, you could, for my analysis, you could take it in. Like initially, I analyzed that that's what Lana was saying to the old flame. But you could take it either way, really.
Yeah, you could.
It doesn't really matter who's saying it. Yeah. The whole point is that it's like they don't know what to talk about, at least for my analysis. And then in the end, they end with like this unspoken sort of communication about they dreamt that they could fix their relationship.
Yeah, they dreamt that they could fix.
And then you start going back into VB, and it's like Lana's having flashbacks of the time, of all the memories of how it ended last time. And that's why she's hesitant to share the dream, because she and
she doesn't want, I feel like she's not necessarily hesitant, but she's like, oh my god, I can't tell this person about it, like, oh my god, like they're gonna think that I'm so weird for dreaming about it or something like that.
Well, for me, she's hesitant because like almost PTSD from the last ending.
Okay, yeah.
Because
for sure.
She's gotten better, but there's still parts of her that didn't, like the whole Joker side. That didn't completely heal from the last ending because of how dependent she was on having the relationship there and how much she...
Right. Okay, and then that goes into the next line. Sounding off, bang, bang, kiss, kiss. I have some interesting things to say about this.
Well, would you like to share?
No, go ahead.
No, I mean, like, for the whole VB part coming back, it's really just one analysis.
Okay, so mine is, it's not necessarily one analysis, but it's kind of multiple little things that come together to become one analysis. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, why don't you just go ahead and share your whole thing? Okay, well, so the whole thing is like, because it's said in sort of a hazy way, it's not like full, it's like quieter than the rest of the song, as if it's coming from the background. Yeah. So this is her like reflecting back, and then it slowly gets a bit louder. So now she's like back into the relationship, and she thought it would be different, but this time, but it's the same as it was before. It's like slowly reverting back. Yeah, I feel like mine is kind of similar to that. But do you want to dive in now, or do you want to just go ahead and speed through your whole thing? Well, that was my whole thing. Like the whole part where VB comes back into play. Yeah, but do you want to talk about each little line, or do you just want to?
Well, we can like if your analysis has each little line, then we can.
Mine does have each little line, but did you also want to share each little line for you?
Well, I don't really have one for each little line.
Okay. Okay. You can like add on or like see if there's anything you want to say to that. So regarding the first line, sounding off, bang bang kiss kiss. I think Lana has switched the perspective of what she's talking to now. Now she's talking to the audience. She's talking to the fans. She's talking to Lana's base, Lana's people, Lana's anybody who's ever known Lana. So she's saying sounding off, bang bang kiss kiss, which is a representation of what she's trying to do with this album. She's almost making this like commotion about how great this album is and how what the story that it's telling with it. So sounding off, bang bang kiss kiss is like. It's like almost like a sign off, but it's sounding off, bang, bang, kiss, kiss. Like she's telling this whole story through this album. Would you like to say anything regarding that?
I mean, no, really, no. Because I don't have line to line analysis in this song.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a line to line analysis for this because like I took it very much in, like I said, memories.
Right.
So it's all memories rushing back to her in the moment.
Yeah.
Actually, in my thing, for the sounding off bang bang kiss kiss, I forgot that I did do one line analysis. So like, if the whole thing was, I had this dream where I don't know, was them having a conversation. Then this is the moment where they like kiss again, because it like starts very faint. So like, if you're imagining in a movie, this is where the two main characters at the very after the climax or like whatever, they like kiss slowly again after all the years of being separate. And then like the music is very quiet.
Okay, I can see that. Mine is not as intense or romantic. It's more like corruption. And not just corruption from this guy. I feel like this guy did like 40% of the corruption, and I think the media was what created this corruption, because it seemed like in the original song, a lot of the corruption that was caused came from the guy. But then this song really shows that due to the media's depiction as well, the media's enhancement of what this relationship was or wasn't, that intensified everything. So that created more tension for Lana. Sorry, Mr. Dell. And
there was bias too.
Well, good thing this is not a history essay. Ms. Riddell, our history teacher, who does not allow us to say that word. Anyway.
Not our history teacher anymore.
Not our history teacher. No, hopefully for HOA.
Oh my god, please.
HOA.
I hope.
Ms. Riddell. Amazing teacher. We love you, Ms. Riddell. Anyway.
I don't think Mr. Riddell would listen. Oh my god, it's Cheese. Someone needs to tell Cheese to stop cursing bloodlines.
Okay, moving on. Okay, moving on. It's okay, next one. Let's go on to the next line. No, not another group chat. Bye, group chat. Anyway,
You're my baby.
featuring the group chat. Anyway, you heard my baby's back in town now. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And I think that is such a significant part, because before there was no oh no, but now it's an oh no moment. It's like, oh no, what's gonna happen now? My baby's back in town now. So here's the thing. This person, Lana, now is once again directing to the audience. She's saying, my baby's back in town now. Everyone knows the story now. Everyone has heard VB. Everyone has heard the song. Everyone has heard the OG song. So when they hear that her VB guy is back in town now, they're like, oh no, something bad is gonna happen. The storm is coming. Okay? This is how it gets.
That was so ominous. The storm is coming.
Storm is coming.
Speaking of storms, what time is it?
It's
oh my gosh.
Midday. Anyway, we'll be hanging around now. So once again, the relationship reoccurring again and again and again. It's like recurring in her mind in real life. It's the same deja vu every single day. We'll be hanging around now. You should come over. Okay, she's like telling the dude like, oh, telling everyone like, oh yeah, come over, like see our relationship, see everything that has worked out now, in your face, media, in your face, this, like look at all of this, everything that has changed now. That's what she's saying. You should come over. And then she says, like, back to the garden, we're getting high now because we're older. And I mean, she's really, really older, and this time, huh?
I thought you were going to say she's really, really old.
No, she's really, really older now, because like now she's like completely grown out of it, and now she's Lanita, right? So the relationship dynamic has changed so much. So now that this whole thing is different, she's like, back to the garden, we're getting high now because we're older. Now she doesn't need to get high to have this relationship. Instead, she needs to get high to like deal with the media, to get through it. And the media already knows that Lana is like a druggie and an addict or whatever. That's already how she depicts it. She's like, why not just support that motif anyway? Like, why not just show you that, yeah, that's who I am? Like, if you're depicting me, let me just show you that that's who I am anyway. Okay. Then, love how intense this is. Okay. The next line. Me, myself, I like diamonds. My baby's crimson clover. And I feel like she just is continuously like trying to reiterate the fact, like, I mean, like, I'm not the same, but I'm the same at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Okay. She's like, I want to get married. Like, I like this, like, idea of this, like, marital status or whatever. But, like, all I want really is love. Like, all I have really is this love that gets me by or whatever. And she's saying, like, you know, like, oh God, I miss you on my lips. Which, in this context, she's like, I already have my Venice guy. Like, I already have him now. But who is she saying, oh God, I miss you on my lips? The fans, the people who have all left her, the people that who don't listen to her folk songs from the you know, they listen to Froggy K. McCord and all of those things. The people that left her, she misses them, and she misses their love that they gave her. So she's saying, oh God, miss you on my lips. It's me, your little Venice person. And NFR was one of Lana's biggest albums of all time. Like, Ultraviolence, Born to Die, Ultraviolence are like the Holy Trinity. Like, they're like Lana's it albums. Like, if you know Lana, you know those albums. Like, those are the it albums.
That's because
I mean, not to say that any of the other albums are not good. Like, I love Chemtrails Over Country Club, Blue Banisters, and Honeymoon, and even Lizzie Granite. All of them so good. Like, and I'm sure. Did I miss any? I definitely. Lust for Life. And
Lust for Life.
I always forget about Lust for Life.
Is there another one?
I'm sure there is. I mean, Paradise Edition.
No, kind of.
NFR.
Well, I mean,
and of course.
Did you know there's another one?
Yeah, the new one. And then she says here, it's me, your little Venice. And everybody knows that song. It's one of Lana's most popular songs. So the point here is Lana, when she's saying, it's me, your little Venice, she's no longer talking to the guy. She's talking to the audience, everybody who knows her, as the Venice girl. Everybody knows her with that song. She's saying, remember me, guys. Remember that this is who I am. Remember, I'm still this artist. I'm Lanita. Lanita is the essence of this Venice girl. And that's what she's saying here. She's like, this is who I am, Lanita, Venice. And that's what she says with that line. And then she says, on the stoop with the neighborhood kids. Once again, depicting that simpleness of her life. Like, this is who I was. This is my Lizzie. Remember all of my eras. It's like almost Lana's eras to her song. Like, that's my vision for this. And then, of course, calling out Bang Bang Kiss Kiss. And then she says, shatter. So she's saying, shatter this personality. Shatter Lana Del Rey. That's what she's saying here. So she's like, shatter. Like, everything's shattered now. My whole, like, life is shattered because you guys don't remember me. You guys don't, like, feel me. You guys don't feel Lanita anymore. Like, so she's saying, shatter. And then she's saying, calling out, bang, 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 kiss, kiss, which is like a call out, like, remember me, remember who I am. And she's like, calling out, otherwise I will commit suicide, which is like signing off. Well, I'll get into signing off because that's a whole different thing. So she's like calling out, like, remember me, like, bang, bang means noise, like, lots of noise, but I want you to give me the love, kiss, kiss. And then she says, like, whatever, she repeats that verse. Then she says, whatever, that line again, right? Everything's whatever. Break. Oh my gosh. Okay. Lots of explaining. I need to drink some water.
Hydrate.
Hydrate for the podcast. Okay.
Analysis is hard on the throat.
Analysis is quite hard on the throat. Okay.
That was a bad sentence. I don't really know what that was.
It's fine. It's nothing.
No, it's nothing. No, it's just like, it sounds weird out of context.
I should be standing up because I can't sit well. I can't. I mean,
oh my
I
God,
can't
yeah,
talk while sitting down.
I will.
But it's okay. No. You don't need to hold. No. That's like aggressively high and could cause feedback and stuff. Look at all that feedback. Oh my gosh, I can't even
feedback.
Like, I don't know. It could cause some random feedback.
That was you causing feedback.
No, that's so much feedback. Like, so loud. Okay, wait. Can you guys hear us?
That was laughter.
Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, the lines are getting larger. Anyway, oh my God, look how large that line is. My throat just hurts even more now. Anyway, we gotta get back to the analysis. All right. So then she says, whatever. She's like, whatever now. She's like resorting back to the fact, like, oh, you guys don't even like me anymore. Like, you guys don't even care. You only cared about NFR. People are like, oh, NFR is like Lana's only good album. Like, after that, Lana made like trash music. She did not, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Lana made great music throughout her whole career. Not a single like flop. All bangers. Even if they like flopped in the sense of like enough people didn't listen to them. Every song by Lana, pretty much every song, is a banger. Pretty much every single song by Lana. We love you so much.
The Grants.
Okay, the Grants is just us being biased partly because we haven't listened to it enough.
I've listened to it enough.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've listened to it enough times to know that I don't want to listen to it anymore.
I feel like we haven't delved into it yet. But we'll see. Once again, everything's whatever. It doesn't even matter anymore because it's all gone. Quoting the master herself. Anyway, so she keeps saying that, and she's like, oh God, miss you on my lips. It's a call. It's like, and she says, I do, like, I really do miss you, and I really do miss your love that you guys gave me as fans. I really miss us, like, being in this fandom. Oh my God. I talk way too much, you guys. And, like, I really miss this whole fandom. That's what she's saying in this sense. And apologies, guys. My voice keeps going in and out because I have horrible vocal issues or something like that. I don't know. I should, like, figure out what's up with this thing, but my voice might go, like, in and out. Anyway. Next line. Like I said, oh God, miss you on my lips. And then she says, once again, it's me, your little Venice. And then she says, yes, it is. Like, she's confirming the fact that all she ever was a Venice. Because throughout all her eras, her real home relied in Venice. Her real home was there. That's who she was. That's her true identity as Lanita, as Lizzie, as Lana Del Rey. And that's who she really is. And then a bunch of repetition of a bunch of things. And I think that's just keep saying that she's Delulu for the media. I literally wrote that, Delulu for the media. And then I think now your analysis also comes in, right?
Yep, now it comes back with the whole...
So let's go line by line.
Mine, I'd be jealous of you.
Okay, so if you were mine, I'd be jealous of your... Well, actually, can we analyze this separately so it's more cohesive? You go first.
Oh, yeah, sure. So for the whole section, she keeps saying, like, if you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. And then before we talk about what's in the parentheses, because those are different than before. This is like now she's saying it.
Yeah.
Before she was saying it ironically, like, oh, look, this person who I don't care about is saying like saying this to me, that if I wasn't his, then he would be jealous of whoever I did love. But now she's saying it almost unironically, as if she'd forgotten that. Like because now she's back with the old flame, which is the whole section before is like flashbacks also now. And so now she's saying, like, if to the old flame, if you weren't mine, then I would be jealous of your love. And it's almost like her past self is laughing at her now because she's like, look, you fell into this trap again.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Don't you remember that I told you to fear fun and fear love?
Yeah.
And then in the parentheses is get high, drop acid, never die, not tonight, bang, bang, bang. And then she goes into the chorus again, in parentheses.
Yeah, she does. Is there anything else you want to say regarding that?
Forget. Now it's like we're getting high now because we're older, but this is like exactly how they're getting high, and they're doing more serious stuff now than they were. Like acid trip, that is the connotation of before is like they were getting high, but they were getting high on like lower grade stuff. Whereas now it's like they're doing many things.
Right.
Because the more they are in this relationship, the more dysfunctional it gets, and the higher, like you said, the higher they need to be able to deal with it.
Yeah.
And then never die. Like this is almost delusional. Like saying their relationship will never die, but it definitely will, because that's how it's destined. Almost in a Romeo and Juliet-esque, not like that, but like fate decided that this relationship was destined to die.
And then, I mean, regarding my analysis, that my voice is slightly better. If you weren't mine, I'd be, and then she stops right there, and I like the way that she stops and is to pause and say, like, get high, because she's, like, saying, like, once again, going back to what I said previously, if you weren't mine, I'd be. And then she gets high at the get high, and then jealous of your love, which is the so delulu that you can't think straight. And then that goes into drop acid, which is a drug, I think.
Yes.
So, so jealous of your love gets more high. She repeats this. If you weren't mine, and I think by what she's saying with if you weren't mine, like if the media was not in my favor and she's that delulu, like I'd be jealous of your love, and she's jealous of all the other people who like have this like beautiful like light, but really nobody in the media actually is portrayed great and is this good person. Pretty much everyone is portrayed as a bad guy at some point. And then she says never die, like her legacy will never die, but her legacy eventually will die, perhaps, like you said. And then jealous of your love, not tonight. And then Lake Placid, which means she's flashing back. Yo, what's going on? She's flashing back to when she was Lizzie, and back to Lake Placid where she first became Venice. When everything, this is like how everything started back in Lake Placid, where she was in this Lake Placid and she was rebirthed as Lana and not Lizzie. So it's like this whole thing. And then I wanted to talk about one line in specific. In the repeat of the like another chorus or whatever, she says, sounding off, bang bang kiss kiss, which I really do love this line in the context of this song, because I'd always thought it was signing off, bang bang kiss kiss, and that's why in a lot of the descriptions I tend to write some of the descriptions, and I write like signing off, bang bang kiss kiss, the Bookbinders, because we are big fans of this song. And you know, the real lyric is sounding off, bang, bang, kiss, kiss. So there's your explanation for that. Anyway, because it sounds a lot like signing off, it could be a great allude to Lana signing off after all of this whatever from the media. And like she's all whatever about it, that she sounds off, bang, bang, kiss, kiss, bang, bang, once again going back to that suicide motif. I'm doing hint. And kiss kiss is like I love you but summertime sadness kind of thing. So like, I mean, it might make a big commotion, which is sounding off, but it's also signing off. So she's signing off forever.
As Lana?
As Lana, or just in general. I mean, if she's sounding off as Lana, she's killing the Lana persona, which is the bang bang kiss kiss. Which is the most like somber ending of all time.
Kiss kiss is like kiss goodbye.
Kiss goodbye, precisely. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, that's all I have to say for this. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you'd like to
No.
wrap this song off with? I
I
think
think I'm pretty much done for now.
actually, unpopular opinion, or maybe it's popular, but I really did like the original a lot better than I liked this version. Just because the original had that guitar solo, and that was sick. Like, that was amazing. That was everything for me. And I mean, like, this version is great, but nothing beats the original version.
Yeah, no. I mean, this version's fine.
Also, the taco truck, like, if it was just its own thing, I don't think I would like it as much as I wouldn't like it as much.
Yeah.
Like, this song wouldn't, I mean, right now it's like a 9.5 in my head, and the other one was a 10 out of, like, it was like a 100 out of 10. Like, I mean, as an overall song rating, analysis rating, I want to give this, because of the relatability, I'm going to say 9 as well.
Analysis for this one, I would say, like, 7.
Really? Why?
I don't know, it's just, like, not as compelling.
Oh.
Well, maybe 8. Okay, 8.
Well, yeah, I feel like everything was more intense in your previous analysis, and then it kind of died down here.
Yeah.
And I really liked your previous analysis, because I never thought of it that way, like, the Margaret thing, and, like, everything.
Well, not necessarily, like,
well,
Margaret.
kind of.
It's, like, only Margaret came into play because of the fact that Margaret probably said that.
Yeah.
But, like, it doesn't have to necessarily pertain to Margaret.
Right.
Because the storylines really don't fit at all.
Yeah.
Between my analysis of Margaret and my analysis of this.
Yeah. But anyway, love this song. This song is absolutely epic. And I can't believe... we didn't even plan to analyze the actual VV song, but I'm so glad that we did, because it fits so well into this. So, I mean, I couldn't have imagined it any other way. And it's just beautiful like that. Additionally, what else do we have to go? I mean...
well, we have only one more, and then the wrap-up.
Yes, so exciting news, you guys. Stay tuned for our final 2 episodes of this series. There we have the grants, and then we also have the final episode, which is the finale. We're just going to be going over everything in this album and how it all connects with each other in this album. So so this is just we have the grants left, and I mean, we've kind of pushed that into the back of our heads. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I mean, yeah, I'm sure we're gonna find something relevant. It's second track, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll find something a little relevant, and it'll be a great supporting motif for the rest of our analysis. So
we should buy, like, a cupcake for the finale.
Oh my god, we should buy a cupcake for the finale. The finale episode will be coming out most likely on Wednesday.
At least, like, by the end of the week.
By the end of the week at most. These episodes will be coming out on Monday today. They should be coming out today. I mean, the episode 1 will come out today.
Yeah.
Monday.
And then episode 2 will.
Episode 2, will it come out today?
Yeah.
It will come out today. Okay. So, yeah, stay tuned for those 2 parts. And then the grants will be coming out tomorrow, presumably. And then the last part will be coming out on Wednesday at most. Wednesday at least. Wednesday at least. And then probably the end of the week at most. And then, guys, another exciting news. We're going to be starting our Midnight series. And then next week, what else are we starting?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. series, which is called Why Are You Still Awake? Because why are you still awake? Why are
we gotta do that, like, actually at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do?
I mean,
I feel like
the point of the 3 a.m. podcast is that you just do it at weird hours.
Yeah.
Like 7 p.m. on a Tuesday night.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it's just like weird hours. Right now it's like 2 p.m. on a Monday, so.
Is it 2? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
2.
it's like 2-ish. Something like that. Yeah, anyway.
Is it even? There we go.
That's really super exciting. Yes. Stay tuned for that one, because it's going to be, for Midnights, we won't be doing every single song off of Midnights, but we will be trying to do, going off of what you guys want, what songs you guys want us to do. And additionally, any recommendations for what you guys want us to talk about in the 3 a.m. podcast, any random songs you want us to analyze. We could just do, like, random weekender songs.
We could.
You said Coco Melon. We could.
Oh my god, not
just,
like
argue about random topics.
We love arguing about.
We love arguing about, like, we were thinking about doing a word generator.
Yeah.
So we might just have a word generator open and then, like, generate stuff, and then generate stuff from there. I don't know.
Yeah, so always keep overthinking.
Yes.
We should finish this before it hits 1 hour so